back to Cooking and Conversation. I'm your host, Home Chef Nick, and today I have two beautiful guests with me today. Ladies, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. I'm Dorielle, and of course, I'm here for the food and conversation.
Hi, I'm Janice, and I'm here for the food, of course, and a little bit of conversation.
Thank you, ladies. So for today, we're going to have a good menu today. Guess what? Have you ever had salmon Wellington? You've heard of beef Wellington, but have you heard of salmon Wellington? Well, guess what? We're going to do salmon Wellington today. I'm also going to do a lobster mac and cheese. What? Lobster mac and cheese. And last but not least, we're going to do curry chicken and shrimp with rice and potatoes. Okay? So, with that being said, let's get started. Salmon Wellington. That's going to take a little time for it. So, if you're at home, you want to follow along, please get your oven to 400 degrees. Okay? And if you have a can of croissants in your freezer or refrigerator, take them out. This is how we're going to cheat today. Case in point, most restaurants, unless it's a Michelin star restaurant, is going to take a can of croissants or a can of biscuits. They're going to roll it out, sort of like what I did. Okay, and they're going to do what I'm going to show you. So, for those at home, here is the cream cheese and the spinach, along with all the goodness in here. So we have fresh herbs and spices that I chopped up. We got some cilantro, we got some parsley, we got some sage, we have some oregano. Okay, all this is fresh.
So did you chop it, or did you put it like in the blender thing?
Oh no! I use old Betsy.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna get started. So what we do is we're gonna take a piece of the salmon. All right.
Is that skinless on both sides?
Mm-hmm. See?
Oh, nice. Did you cut that, or it came like
No, it came like that actually. Well, not like that. So here we go. Here's the salmon. And what we do is we take a little bit of the filling and we're gonna place over top of it. So we want to get a nice even coating on both sides.
Looks real by itself, like a regular dip by itself.
You could use this for a regular dip, actually. Now, pay attention. See how I'm going to do this? I'm making this real simple. You can actually do this at home. Now, what I'm going to do is, see, I'm trying to make sure the sides get done correctly, like this. So what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to end up cutting part of this off. Okay? Make sure not to cut yourself at home. All right. Now, the next piece of the puzzle is we're going to do an egg wash. So we're going to do an egg wash. Cook this very well. Then we're going to cut slits in it so that heat can escape.
you cut into the salmon too, or just the bread part? Okay.
Yep. This is the part. Alright. There we go. Oops. Now for those at home, here we go. Here's your salmon Wellington. So we're gonna make a few more of these, just like that. And we're gonna put it in the oven on 400 degrees. Janice was here earlier when I was going through the pain of trying to roll these out.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I was having a hard time.
So you said because your filling has seasoning in it already, you would suggest to put nothing on the salmon at all?
Only if you want to.
Okay.
And trust me, this has a lot of seasoning already in it.
Trust you, you know.
You know, I definitely went through the videos a couple days ago, and it was like, nice.
Oh, really? You just now went through the videos?
I mean, I already knew it was going to be good anyway.
Well, let me see what this guy can actually do. Can he actually cook? Can he actually do something?
I mean, you don't know. You might have had to jump back there and help.
Right.
So, like, let me just make sure I know what we're getting into.
I got you. I hear you.
I mean, at the same time, it's always nice having somebody else cook for you. So,
That's right.
I appreciate it.
So
See how easy that was?
putting the egg over it, what does that do?
Oh, the egg wash?
Yes.
Usually when it comes out, it's like golden brown.
Okay.
Nice golden brown.
Any seasoning in that egg?
No, there's no seasoning in the cooking and conversation. Let's jump into our conversation for today. Ariel, you was mentioning something about Monopoly before the show. Can you enlighten us about one of the versions of Monopoly that's out there currently right now?
Okay, so I have to say it. So, my daughters and I were looking for just different games, different stuff for us to do that did not involve the TV, phones, nothing like that.
Right.
So, we came across wanting to buy the actual Monopoly game. We had it for a while, but you know, with kids, pieces get lost, and, you know, so we just wanted to find something else. So I was like looking around for it, and like I said, we went to Target and Walmart, and while I was looking online, I came across something called Ghettopoly, and I was like, okay, this has to be something that really no one knows about. And I was actually, when I first heard about it, I automatically went to something negative.
Really?
Just because of how it sounds, and I was like, okay, so I bet you it's all types of stereotypes that's in this thing, and it's just not going to be good. So, of course, we YouTubed it and looked it up, and there it is.
Was it that expensive?
It was, yeah.
$100?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Let me see if I can find it. YouTube.
I don't know if I'm gonna be buying it for $100.
But you know what? When you know, of course, you go straight to the reviews. So reading the reviews, people were using it as a game, but most people were using it, keeping it as a collector's kind of item.
Really?
It was like I said, I couldn't believe that they actually had something like that.
Uh-huh.
So it was more like, let me see what it is. Like, no, I don't want to touch it yet. Just look at it first. Here it is. Okay, and that's why, because it even has on here reviews that it was a banned, offensive game.
So that's why it cost so much.
Probably.
Banned offensive?
It was.
I mean, I can see how it could be offensive. It was what's called ghettopoly. So when you think of ghetto, you automatically think of something like negative. So.
Exactly. Yep,
True.
that's exactly where I went.
And then, like, who would name the game ghettopoly? Or say you seen the game that said blackopoly or something like that. Like
I know. I think I've seen one of those ones before.
Really?
Something similar to that, actually. But I forgot where I saw it at. Exactly.
So was it teaching you like life lessons like Monopoly?
You know what? I don't want to cuss, but it was hood stuff. It was hood stuff.
It's all hood stuff.
I mean,
Oh gosh. I don't know. I don't know. That is kind of offensive. I've seen that. Like the normal person, you go into the store and you be like, or you know, you go into the store, you see them ugly black doll babies.
exactly.
That's how I would have felt if I seen this board in the store. So I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen in foodie land, let me just explain to you the picture out the door.
Oh wow, that's pretty bad.
It had a gangster
You have to
on
see
the
pieces,
front, so it can be offensive to some people.
Yeah, I can see
Like this day and age, they tend to just take things.
Way over top?
Yeah.
Yes. Because, you've seen all the memes, right, where people have said, in my day, you couldn't live in my day because you were too soft.
Absolutely.
And I believe that is basically the truth. Society's got too very soft. Me Too. I understand the whole purpose behind the Me Too movement. Also, I understand everything else behind it. Sometimes you need to have a movement, but a comedian is a comedian.
Right.
His job is to make you laugh and pick on people at the same time.
Yeah.
That's all it's all out of entertainment.
So is the gay community off limits?
You would think so, right? You would think so, especially. I mean, have you ever seen D.L. Hughley on stage? He goes through the entire crowd.
Yeah.
From the first row back. I'm talking about he does not let up at all.
I saw D.L. Hughley at Constitution Hall, and he has a part of his show. Now I don't think it's scripted, but I think part of his show, he just starts joning on people in the crowd. Somebody in the crowd doing halfway through his show started, said something, trying to join on him. Next thing I know, he stopped his entire show. All of a sudden, he went on that person,
One person.
and then he started going in on everybody else in the crowd. I was like, see, that's why I'm over here and I'm not over there because I'm gonna get picked on. No, no.
For one, it's this place in Miami called the House of Mac.
The House of Mac.
Terrible. I did not like it. You stood in line waiting for this mac and cheese, the line out
And
the door,
disappointed.
and disappointed. Yeah, it was disgusting.
So for those in foodie land, let me explain what I'm doing. I'm using the mild cheddar cheese, okay? And now mind you, it's a lobster mac and cheese. However, but you didn't do anything seafood related. I know. Here's the key to it. Lobster will get real rubbery if you don't take care of it the proper way, right? Which means it's got to go in last.
Oh, okay.
It will still cook in the oven, but it's going to cook in the oven almost dead last. And the way I do it, okay, the way I do mine is you get the mac and cheese experience. But halfway through the oven process, when it's in the oven, I go ahead and pull it out, and I throw in more evaporated milk so I can keep it creamy. However, when I pull it out this time, it won't be evaporated milk. It will be lobster bisque. So when I pull it out, when it's almost ready, right? Because you see what I'm doing now, I'm trying to make sure that I get an even coating, even mixture of the cheese and the macaroni, and I just want a nice even mix. Some people don't take care and do a nice mac and cheese the correct way. Because this requires love and attention. See? Now when everything is going to start to melt together in the oven, right? It's going to be nice, gooey, cheesy. And then I'm going to throw that lobster bisque in there along with the lobster.
Okay.
And that's when it becomes lobster mac and cheese.
So the noodles, did you put any type of seasoning in the water, or is just boiled in plain water?
Girl, you know I put some seasoning in it.
Oh, this was curious.
So, salmon Wellington. For those at home, here's your salmon Wellington right there. You all married, engaged, you're single, you're dating. The reason I ask because dating in the DMV is sometimes hard.
Yeah, it is.
Sometimes it's very hard in the DMV.
I am currently dating.
Hey, congratulations.
Okay.
You're one step.
Say that.
Relationship.
Congratulations.
You were one step away from getting engaged and married. You got me beat.
Dating for me was very interesting. I moved up to the DMV maybe like 5 years ago.
5 years?
5 years. I've been here 5 years now. And it looks good.
Some good curry chicken. Curry chicken at home. And also, guess what else I have? This is your curry shrimp. And here are the rest of your fresh herbs and spices right here that I chopped up. This is the rest of it. The other half went inside the filling that I use for salmon Wellington. So without any further ado, let me get this started and please continue.
Okay. So yeah, so when I first moved here, I wasn't interested in being in an exclusive relationship with anyone. I just kind of wanted to date around, see what was out here, and kind of go from there. So I dated quite a few men, all very different.
Shapes and sizes.
I don't like big men too much, so I wouldn't say all shapes and sizes. I like my men tall and skinny, but my current boyfriend I have now is the complete opposite of what I like. He's not tall at all, but he's mine. And it kind of worked out. Sometimes, you know.
Come on, how you supposed to mind?
When I say tall.
Oh, you talking about 6 foot?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
average. I'm average.
Yeah. When I say tall, I like my men like 6'2" and higher.
Oh, so he just won you over.
He did. He was completely opposite of what I like. He got kids with an S on the end.
Completely.
Like I don't like being with kids because I feel like it takes away from me. They gotta spend time with all those kids. You got
All
one.
those kids.
Yeah, he has 5.
Oh, well, you're right then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I met him, he was like, I got kids. I was like, kids with an S on the end? Like literally, that's how it was. He was like, yeah, but let me explain. And I was like, well, how many mothers? He was like 2. So 3 was from the first marriage, and then then he have a second son.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's not bad. When you say 5, it's like,
It's a lot.
And then talking about it, it's not bad.
It's a lot. It's a big. We've been together for a year. And we're doing pretty good. We've making some adjustments. But when I first moved, I wasn't interested in anybody. I met some really great, awesome, amazing men. Half of them are like engaged to others now or married. So I met some good guys. But you know how we don't like the good guys. We want the
Bad boys.
The bad boys. Yeah.
You know, I tried to
boys.
explain that to some people, and they looked at me like I was insane and nuts. Like you said, you had a hard time, and then you found the one.
Yeah.
So this is my second time being the DMV. I was here in '99, 2000. I did the social experiment. You know, because by trade, my BS degree was a psych degree. You know, now later on picked up my MBA. But I was like trying to figure out how come I wouldn't get any callbacks. So I did a social experiment. I went on 10 dates. 5 dates acted like myself. Okay? Now I did 5 dates where I acted like a pure asshole. Excuse the language, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse the language. Now, you want to guess who called me back?
The woman you treated like an asshole.
Pretty much, yeah. I got all 5 of them call me back. And I was like, is this how dating a DMV actually really is? You gotta be an asshole and not have somebody call you back? I'm done. You know, this only happens I moved back to North Carolina, not intending to ever come back to this area. And all of a sudden I came back to the area. You know, God brought me back, literally. How's it smell?
That's it.
So we have red onions.
You might not learn it this way at school, so I'm afraid to help you because if you go to learning my way, my method of teaching you, and they do something, you're going to be confused.
Yeah.
So,
What do you think so far?
so far so good.
Okay, so this particular lobster is called langostino.
Okay.
Okay, so these like mini lobsters basically.
Turn that back to the eye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Foodie Land. I'm so sorry, but this is the lobster we're putting in place today. Langostino wild caught lobster. They're actually like mini lobsters.
Like crawfish.
They do look like crawfish. Crawfish probably gonna taste good.
Ooh, was it? Okay,
Girl, you want me?
Let's get some meat going.
You want me to do some crawfish next?
Oh my god, that's just. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Well,
Really?
since we brought that up, we gotta do
Right,
that.
right.
We brought the
Yes.
first one to taste.
Yes.
Okay. It has been settled.
It's been settled.
It's been settled.
Thank you.
Try that.
That was hotter than the macaroni.
Ladies and gentlemen at home in foodie land, look at this. Look at that. I think it's pretty good myself.
It definitely is.
That's good.
Alright, so all jokes aside, this thing is done. Now we can start plating. And we can go eat. So we're gonna take a pause and we can move to the dining room. We're gonna end our show in the dining room.
This will cost us like a fortune at a restaurant.
Absolutely. Just the lobster mac by itself.
Right. Like $25.
Yeah.
It might have been
For- and they were
$35.
this size. Yes. Yeah.
Then he got the wine. That would have been like $15 a glass.
A glass. Yes. But this is like 3 separate entrees by
It
itself.
is. That's why I was like, I don't know how to eat all this. I need to together.
That's funny.
That's a big old piece of fish.
Because I sure was like, you know what? It'd be too bad on me to be like, should I
He told me the story. Very true, actually. He said he went out to eat with some friends of his, and there was a lot of them. He said he was the only one who didn't say it. He was the only one who said his grace that night at the table. Everybody else didn't say grace; they just went straight to eating. How about everybody got sick and he didn't?
Wow. And I was just about to say, is that something that bothers you? Because I really don't do that anymore. That, I said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Girl, make you want to slap somebody.
I still say my grace.
Older man.
That's
though.
true. I don't mind older if you don't look old.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
So what you were saying about Mary though?
She was young. She was like 14.
Was she?
She was very young. Very young. Joseph was an old man.
And Joseph never slept with her. Did he ever
Exactly.
eventually sleep with her?
You know what? It was never said that I know about, but I have not read the entire Bible.
Me either.
I just have family members that have, and then I ask questions here and there, a little research on my own. But what I do think is funny, have you ever heard of anyone European mentioned in the Bible? Anyone not of color in the Bible?
Yeah, I mean, the white people, you talking about white people?
Mm-hmm.
They're the one who forced it upon us, this religion.
Right, but like any of the actual Bible stories. I'm just asking because I haven't. Maybe something that I just wasn't taught to me.
I see where you're going with this, but there is a question on my mind. Jesus went from being a baby to being a full-blown man, right? What happens to the in-between years of him growing up?
They don't speak on it
They don't.
at all.
Wait,
But
have you seen Passion of the Christ?
yeah,
Yeah,
Didn't they? I believe they did show him as a child,
that was in the movie.
but
Well,
it was
that was in the
exactly
movie.
right.
Yeah, they had to improvise.
Mm-hmm.
so there are actually more books in the Bible that are not in the King James version that's actually
Right.
in the Catholic version, of the Bible. There are different versions of the Bible, period.
There is.
And the Catholic version has about quite a few more books of the Bible in there. And then there are some more books of the Bible that weren't even in the Bible itself,
So yeah, that's my problem. Like, it's way too many books of the Bible missing. There's way too many religions out here. So who are you to tell another religion that what they believe is wrong? Somebody is right, and if they feel like they're right, we got the Indians. Like, who are we to tell these people that when they're praying to all these different spirits and God that they're wrong? It's something worked for them. It's something worked for them. So we can't sit up here and say that Jesus is the only way. In my opinion, you can't, because these other religions, they feel like their way is the way.
Right. And it was everybody is looked at as being a pagan.
Yeah.
The pagan is what is it? It's a pagan god.
To the very end of all, like the episode. I'm only on episode 2, and I just been like,
Oh no.
Okay.
Mm-mm. No, people are getting knocked off.
Getting to the point. I know. So the first
They get
episode,
up in mass.
I know.
Exactly.
On the first episode, they didn't die to the last 10 minutes of the episode. So I had to sit there and watch all that, and you're sleepy on top of that, and you listen to all this talking. I need some action.
No, but he had to set it up. It was a setup.
My goodness. And then episode 2, I ain't see no killing.
Yeah, no, you're right. I did say the same thing. It definitely was.
So it's gonna get better.
It is.
Oh yeah, it gets better.
It is.
Cause I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to turn this off. My boyfriend, he went to sleep.
I'm resisting the urge to tell you the ending.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
I am resisting the urge right now.
I was going to say that. Just
Keep watching.
keep
Keep
watching, and
I mean, I got some theories in my mind based off episode 2, what happened, and you got the little brother looking for the cop brother looking for his cop and trying to, investigate, see what's going on.
yeah, he got a lot going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I picked up on that last night. I was like, okay. But yeah, it's slow for me right now. I'm like, I don't know.
No, it picks up. It picks up.
Better.
Oh no! It's gonna pick up because you're gonna be like yelling at the screen TV. I can't believe this just happened.
Yes.
And then I was
I
surprised,
had
like
so many moments.
they so diplomatic in the movie. Like, you want to go home, you can follow these rules, and they follow the rules completely. Like, it's really starting in the beginning. They have been following.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
But they have. They like.
Jamise, it's gonna change.
Okay. But it's kind of like they really didn't have a choice to play the game. Did they have a choice to play the game or not?
It's gonna do
initial.
it's gonna do
You have a
180.
choice.
But no, that dude signed that paper when he was forced to sign the paper, and they came and they was finding these people.
See, you gotta stop asking questions because what's gonna happen is they just gonna end up telling you, and then it's not gonna be good anymore. Okay. Do you want me to tell you?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No. The answer is no.
To your successful cooking show,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
making it monetized on YouTube.
Oh,
Okay. Yes.
I can do that.
Yes.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in with us to Cooking and Conversation. So have a great day.